Have you ever noticed the lines on the palm of your hand? They have been there with you forever, and they have a special meaning. And if these lines, put together, form the letter M, the meaning is even more special because it takes on a symbolic and spiritual aspect. Maybe you have never noticed it because you do not believe in palmistry, yet having the M on your hand has more to do with the theories of those who read the palm. Having the letter M on the palm of your hand has a spiritual meaning, and we will see it in this Zen story, full of Buddhist wisdom. So sit back and stay until the end, because what you will hear will leave you speechless, especially if you are among the rare people who can say they have this letter on their hand. But before continuing, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. This way you will stay updated when we publish new content for your spiritual growth. In a quiet Buddhist temple, hidden in a fascinating Japanese forest, the wise old Buddhist monk Ninsi gathered his disciples in the courtyard, illuminated by the soft light of the full moon. "My children," Ninsi began in a calm and penetrating voice, "have you ever felt as if the universe were whispering ancient secrets to you about your destiny? And have you ever had the impression that your destiny, or at least what we call it, had something unique and mysterious in store for you?" The disciples, captivated by his words, nodded, thinking of the sensations that had pervaded them over time. Imagine entering a place and feeling that your very energy is being absorbed, as if the environment were demanding your life force, he continued. Have you ever felt that shiver down your spine, that subtle sensation that makes you change course, cancel plans, or follow others? Just like when, at the last moment, something happens that takes you elsewhere than the path you had chosen. The disciples exchanged questioning glances, but Ninsi continued without giving them time to answer or ask questions. And then there is that strange and enigmatic symbol marked in your hands, the letter Those of you who possess it know exactly what I am talking about. One of the disciples raised his hand timidly. "Master, I have the letter M in the palm of my hand, and having heard about it for a long time, I have always wondered what it meant with a certain uneasiness." Another disciple added, "I also have the M on the palm of my hand, and I have been told that it is a sign that we are destined to live less than others. But how is it really?" Ninsi smiled, a compassionate smile that seemed to light up the night itself. "Well, prepare to decipher the secrets that fate has in store for you. Welcome to the mystery of the letter M." And then the monk told them the parable of a traveler whose journey was guided by an M-shaped star that lit up the sky. That star was a light that illuminated his path, and it was as if it also illuminated his very soul, leading him through the mystery that enveloped the world. "Imagine," said the old monk, "that you are like that traveler with the letter M engraved in the palm of your hand. It is like having a secret map of the universe, an inner guide that pushes you toward your destination. But this map will not only take you to physical places, it will lead you to your true essence, to your spiritual mission, to gestures and events that will change your life." The disciples listened with great attention, eager to discover more about the meaning of that mysterious letter that fascinated and disturbed all those who carried it in the palm of their hand. Those who carry the letter M in the palm of their hand can manifest incredible inner strength, Ninsi continued. These individuals are often natural leaders, capable of inspiring and influencing those around them. Their energy is magnetic, and they attract others to them like the stars are attracted to the moon. Sometimes they are political leaders or business leaders. Other times, they are simply good people who know how to illuminate the path of those around them. For example, parents, good teachers, particularly charismatic doctors. And in the spiritual world, he added, The bearers of the letter M are the very guardians of ancient secrets. They are in tune with the higher energies of the universe, capable of discerning hidden truths and guiding others toward the light. The disciples listened with growing amazement, feeling part of something greater than themselves. Those who had the letter M stamped on their hand began to feel good. The others began to feel respect for their fellows. However, Ninsi warned, with the power of the letter M also comes great responsibility. You must use your gift with wisdom and compassion, or you risk being overwhelmed by the dark forces that lurk in the shadows. As the fire crackled and warmed everyone present, Ninsi urged his disciples to cultivate their connection with the letter M, to explore its mysteries with humility and gratitude, and to feel privileged. And remember, the monk said in a solemn tone that your letter M is unique, as is your path. There is no one else like you, and no one can carry out your spiritual mission except yourself. The disciples nodded, feeling a new determination burning in their hearts. With the guidance of the wise monk, they were ready to explore the mysteries of the letter M and discover their true purpose in the universe. Ninsei slowly rose, his figure bathed in a divine light that seemed to emanate from his very essence. Now that you have understood the meaning of the letter M on your palm, he said in a grave but hopeful voice, it is time to explore more deeply its power and wisdom. The disciples approached him, eager to learn more. Look, Ninsi said, pointing to the twinkling stars in the night sky. As the stars move harmoniously in the vast universe, so too are you with your letter M, called to move harmoniously. Every decision you make is a universal dance between your free will and the divine plan. Every decision you make affects not only your own reality, but that of those you love and the universe itself. A disciple raised his hand. Master, how can we be sure we are following the right path? How can we ensure that this privilege is not in vain? Ninsei smiled, the wisdom in his eyes shining like an eternal flame. Listen to your heart, he said. Your letter M is like an inner compass, always ready to show you the way. But remember, the master continued, that your journey will not be without its challenges and difficulties. Dark forces will try to divert you from your path, but with the light of your letter, M, to guide you, you will be able to overcome any obstacle and emerge stronger and wiser than before. Another disciple raised her hand. Master, what happens if we do not have the letter M in the palm of our hands? Ninsi paused for a moment, contemplating the question with deep thought. Even if you do not physically possess the letter M, you can still access its wisdom and power, she finally replied. True strength lies within you, regardless of external physical characteristics. Find your center, listen to the inner voice, and you will be guided toward your spiritual realization. The disciples looked at each other with a new sense of understanding and acceptance. Ninsi, looking up at the starry sky and taking a deep breath, added, whether you are a bearer of the letter M or not, he said solemnly, always remember that you are an integral part of the great mosaic of the universe. Each individual, with his or her own uniqueness and beauty, contributes to the fabric of life. May your journey be illuminated by the light of wisdom and love, and may you find your true essence and inner growth. With these words, Ninsi closed his eyes and the disciples looked at him in silence, feeling the depth of his message vibrate in the air around them. Time seemed to slow down, as if the universe itself had stopped to listen to the words of the wise monk. When Ninsi opened his eyes again, his gaze was serene and radiant with hope. And now, he said in a clear voice, let us go forward, each of us, on our journey of spiritual discovery and realization. May the light of our letter M, whether visible or not, always guide us toward our true essence and our highest destiny. And so, in the quiet temple, the fire of knowledge continued to burn brightly as the disciples set out toward their destiny with renewed vigor and awareness. The night was still young, but their souls were filled with the light of Ninsi's wisdom. The letter M, whether carved into their hands or not, had become a symbol of their connection to the universe and their spiritual mission. And as the full moon shone high in the sky, lighting their path, the disciples knew they were not alone. They had the wisdom of Ninsi, the strength of their community, and the light of their inner M to guide them. They were ready to face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and realize their true potential. The story of Ninsi and his disciples is a reminder to all of us. Whether we have the letter N or not, we are all called to live a life of meaning and purpose. We are all part of the great mosaic of the universe, and we all have a role to play in creating a more harmonious and compassionate world. So, the next time you feel lost or unsure of your path, remember Ninsi's words, listen to your heart, find your center, and let the light of your inner N guide you to your true essence and your highest destiny.